Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an idea that I got from my friend Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. This is a video that she's done a couple times on her channel, and I believe it was, at least one of them was a collab with the person who originated, or might be the person that originated this idea, which is, would I repurchase these 10 palettes? I will have both Annette and her friend that she collabed with videos down below, but I saw this and I thought this was a really fun idea. I know Annette said she just kind of grabbed 10 palettes off her shelf or out of her drawer at random. I keep all of my palettes in bins by, like, kind of sorted by brand. I keep all of my palettes on shelves, but they're sorted by brand, and I have them sorted by, like, Colourpop is sorted by size, Natasha Denona is sorted more by release date, so I have them in order of when they release, kind of like how I sort my books chronologically. So what I did was, to mix it up a little bit, I told my husband to just go in there and pick 10 palettes at random, whatever he wanted, and then I would react to them and say if I would still buy them. Would I repurchase them? Would I buy them again? So that's what I'm going to do today, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I am a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a soft spot for indie makeup and colorful makeup, and I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. And before I start, this look is already filmed and should be up on my channel. I did a palette bingo with all my Pat McGrath palettes, and so that video should have gone up a couple days ago. So the palettes in front of me, I can see obviously the ones that are on top, but he picked these out, so I actually don't know what all is in this stack. So let's see as I go through. So the first thing, so I've got this stack here. So the first thing I see is the Kimchi Chic Naomi Smalls collab. This is the Two Queens in One Desert collab. This I bought summer 2020, I think. I don't use this very often. This is the Mad Maxine Suit Yourself collab. So this was limited edition. I think it's still available though. I think they did a restock, and that restock hasn't sold out. But this is an interesting collab. So they each did half of the design, and they designed it like during like Kimchi's birthday trip or something to the desert. But when you open it up, instead of opening this way, like the pictures of the two of them are right here, and then the shadows are this way. And one thing I wish is if they would have like divided it this way, so it was like the kimchi side and the Naomi Small side, since their pictures are there, versus this way. But I really like this. I don't regret buying this. I don't use it very often. I like the kimchi formula, especially for the price. It's a really affordable brand, but it's not my favorite. But it's definitely nice. It's not bad by any means. I like this. I think I would still, especially for the price of this and to support two of my favorite drag queens, I think I would still buy this again. I do like that it has a lot of neutrals. It has some pop, fun, colorful shades. I will say some of these look a little different on the eye than they do in here. That could also be my skin tone. I'm an olive. And some of these shades, like they both picked kind of an orange shade, but this one's more terracotta, this one's more like actual orange. So there are differences. It's more different than it looks when you're first looking at it. Plus there's some really cute puns in here, like I'm not yokin' bitch. If you're a Drag Race fan, you should get that. But would I repurchase this? I'm not mad that I have it, and I don't regret buying it, but I don't know if I would repurchase this. Like if I lost this, I don't think I would repurchase it, just because I don't use it enough. It's decent quality, it's cute, I like the theme, but I just don't grab it enough. So I don't know if I would repurchase this. Okay, now that the siren's gone, yeah, I don't think I would repurchase this. It's cute, I'm glad I have it, and I don't want to declutter it, but I don't think I would buy it again. For me. Okay, so next on the little stack that my husband grabbed is the Sigil Toad Palette. I would absolutely buy this again. I am so happy I got this. This might be my favorite Sigil palette that I have. It's so beautiful. It's got two mattes. It's got this like reddish shade like a burnt red. It's got like a kind of a grungy brown, like a hint of green to it. It's got like green bronzes. Like this is perfect, especially as an olive undertone person. This is perfect for me. I love this, and the Sigil has probably my favorite formula. So for both mattes and shimmers. So like you can't buy from them right now, at least from the United States, because of Russia attacking Ukraine and all the sanctions. But hopefully once that's resolved and the citizens can, you know, be citizens again from both countries, that and their neighboring countries, that, you know, they'll still be around as a business and you can buy these shades again. But I would absolutely buy this again. I love this so much. So I think I'm noticing a little bit of a plant theme here because the Two Queens One Desert is kind of plant themed. And then the next two palettes I see in the stack are Colourpop at Foresight and the Trixie Plant Gay palette. So this, I'll do Colourpop first. So this is the Colourpop at Foresight with Raw Beauty Christie. It looks like I haven't used this, but I have quite a few times. I'm just generally pretty gentle with my shadows. I love this. I think this is the best palette Colourpop's ever done. This formula is so superior to everything else that I've tried from Colourpop. Some of their other palettes are still really nice, but this is like 10 times better. These are all really great. I liked the formula here, so I would, if I like lost this and it was on sale again, I would 100% buy this again. I love the packaging. I live in Seattle. This is Pacific Northwest themed. I don't love the Pacific Northwest. I'm only here because of my PhD, but I still love the packaging on this. I love the theme. The colors are beautiful. The formula is great. I would 100% buy this again. This is my favorite Colourpop palette. Okay, so the next palette is the Trixie Plant Gay palette, and I would also buy this again. I really like the Trixie formula. This retails for $40 something. I don't remember, like $48. So it's not a cheap palette. You do get a lot of product in each pan. This has, does it have the ingredient? This has about 2 grams per shadow. Yeah, it's about 2 grams per shadow. It depends on the formula because they list it off by each shade basically. I love this. The quality is great. I love these green tones, like green and blue right here. This Totally shade is a really beautiful green shimmer. It's got a couple really nice neutrals. I don't really use bright pinks very often, but they're really pretty. And this OK Bloomer one is like a purple pink. It's really pretty. And then it's got these 2 really interesting glitters that they're like a pressed glitter, but they have more of a base to them. So they're not like Colourpop pressed glitter. They're like a finely milled biodegradable glitter, but with a base. So they're kind of like in between a pressed glitter and a really foiled shadow, and they're really pretty. But like the theme, everything about this is super cute. I would totally rebuy this. I like the Trixie formula a lot. I think it's really nice, and when you buy it, I think everything that I've tried from Trixie is amazing, and it's all made in the United States by a little queer-owned brand. Like, I love buying from Trixie, and I love using them. It's always fun. I also like that Trixie always includes some neutrals in her palettes, just because she's even said if there's not at least a couple of neutrals that I can use if I'm in a hurry or to ground something, I'm not going to use the palette. So she always has those, and I think that's really clever. I think your brand should really be your perspective on makeup, and this really is her perspective on makeup. Okay, so the next palette is the Nomad America's Parks palette. So I didn't actually technically buy this one. I was gifted this from the brand, but if I somehow lost this, I would buy this myself. I would buy a backup. This is the color story. It's very summery. It's very rainbow, but not actual rainbow. You've got orangey, like you've got like a brick, yellow, greens, purple. So not a full rainbow, but it's kind of, you know, rainbow-esque, but it's really beautiful. I think this is a beautiful summery palette. I love the theme. I like that it's, instead of one location, it's the American National Parks, and then each shade is a different place. Some of these shades, like this shade right here is this like purple brown that's like a combination of these two mattes. Like it's a really nice formula and a really beautiful color story. And I know a few people, like I think this was my friend Kelly, Keep Beauty Real's first Nomad palette. So like this is definitely one that I would repurchase if I somehow lost it. I really love that. So this look that I'm wearing, like I said before, is a palette bingo with my Pat McGrath shades. I was thinking of doing something like that with my Nomad palettes as well, now that I have a decent number. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments. I really like doing that. It's fun, plus it's a nice way to make content with palettes that aren't brand new anymore, so it's not always the new thing. Okay, so the next palette is the original Colourpop Hocus Pocus palette. This is the Gather Round Sisters. This is really cute. I really like this. I know some people didn't like it. I didn't try the second one. The color story didn't speak to me or say Hocus Pocus at all. But this definitely did. I think this is really cute. And I think this is one of the better Colourpop qualities. I like it. I'm really glad I have it. I love Hocus Pocus. I grew up watching it. I don't love it as much as my husband does, but I still love it. I don't think I would rebuy it though. If I lost this, I would be sad, but I can dupe this really easily, so I don't think I would repurchase this at all. It's not like unique enough or as amazing of a formula or like my favorite collab franchise or anything enough that I would rush out to try and grab another one if it came back, but I am glad I have it, and I do use it periodically, especially in the fall. So yeah, this one I would not rebuy. So I don't think my husband grabbed these at random. I think he definitely picked by theme or by color story. So the next palette that he grabbed is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. So I got this in PR. Again, I did not buy it, but I would absolutely buy this if I lost it. This is a beautiful fall winter palette. I have a couple of videos up using this palette. I wish these two golds were a little more different. This one's more orange gold and this one's more gold, yellow gold. But I love this palette. I think the formula is all really nice. This Count Dracula shade is basically the color of dried blood, which is my favorite color of red. So I really like that I have an actual shadow that's color. And I really love these green shades here a whole lot. This dark blue is really nice. This Big Bad Wolf shade is really interesting. Like, I love this palette. I've praised this a lot on this channel. So I would absolutely buy this again. Also, for both Nomad palettes, if you're ever interested in Nomad, I do have a code with them. It's BONES. It'll save you 10%. It's not affiliate, so I don't earn any commission. I know some people do have affiliate codes with them, like Nikki Ravens, I think, is an affiliate code, but mine is just a discount code. So I don't earn any money from that, but it does save you 10%. So make sure you're always using someone's to like save some money. Maybe it's because I grew up really poor, but I just don't like paying full price for anything. So I've got 3 more palettes. The next one is the Dot Cenote Palette. This is the original Cenote palette, like their original palettes were this in Zion, I believe. And I have it in the original packaging. It's got like this kickstand so that when you open it, it stands up like the mirror on your desk or your vanity. I believe they've changed that, so that's gone and they're just thinner packaging. I really like this palette. I think the quality is really nice. I don't know if they've changed their formula or not, but the Rugrats palette that I tried from them, the Rugrats Hanukkah palette, was not as good as this one. The mattes were fine in that one, they were pretty good, but the shimmer was not. This has a really good formula. So if I could get this again and the formula would be the same, the quality would be the same, I would rebuy this. It's like 20 something dollars, so it's pretty affordable. It's beautiful. It's blues and some warm earthy tones. This Cave shade is a really pretty green metallic. I love the theme. Cenotes are big underground lakes in Mexico. So having anything tied to Mexico and Mexican culture is always something I love having. for myself. So that also speaks to me, but it's also just blue is my favorite color. And this was a really nice quality. You can see it's messy because I've used this quite a bit. So I haven't used it recently, but the last time I used it, it was still good quality. So I would probably repurchase this. And I'm curious to see if the quality has changed at all since they've gotten a little bigger and done more collabs and changed the packaging and stuff, because this is like 2 years old now. So he picked another Colourpop palette, and he picked the Colourpop Mandalorian, the Child palette. This is my second favorite Colourpop palette, so I would also rebuy this. It's adorable. I still haven't watched The Mandalorian or the last 2 Star Wars movies. I've seen the original trilogy, the new trilogy, and like one of the new ones, but I haven't kept up. But it's adorable, and this is like my favorite kind of neutrals, because this is neutrals to me. I'm an olive, so like you've got, you know, some terracotta-y warm browns here, you've got a greeny gold, and then you've got all these greens. These greens are really pretty. This, just like a Tatooine shade, when I use it, is basically my skin tone. So it's a good transition shade, and good for buffing out other shades, because it's literally, it looks a little darker than me here, obviously, but like swatched on my hand or, you know, in use, it's pretty much my skin tone. So I like having that as well. It makes a really good transition or blending out sage. So it's cute, really good quality, and it's greens and some warm browns. So of course I'm gonna like this, and I would definitely rebuy this because I think this is like 14 bucks, totally worth it. I don't have the other two in this collection. The Mandalorian palette itself was a little more gray than I would really ever wear. And the Darth Vader one, I almost bought, but I feel like it doesn't quite say Darth Vader enough for me. So I'm just gonna stick with my little child. Okay, and then the last palette is one that I would 100% repurchase, and that is my Mcgrath Subliminal. He picked a very interesting mix of palettes here. So this is a newer palette for my collection. I got it around the holidays because it was deeply discounted. I think I got 40% off. So I think I paid like 60 bucks for it. Not as good as the 47 I paid for Subversive, but still really good. And I love this palette. Blue is my favorite color. And these kind of like taupey shades are cool tone, but not too cool tone that they, like, against my olive skin look bad. There's definitely like, if it's too cool against my olive, it just looks like a bruise. These don't do that. These are perfect. I think these work on all skin tones because it's Pat McGrath. And then I even really love these two satin shades. I'm actually wearing this one right here as part of the outer corner of this look. They're really great one and done shades, so I would 100% buy this again. I don't know about full price because I haven't paid full price for any of my Pat McGrath stuff, but the moment there was a sale, I would rebuy it. Okay, so that was the 10. It was 8 I would repurchase and 2 I don't think I would, which I think is a pretty good ratio for how many palettes I have. I mean, I have around 100 right now, and I get more than most people because, especially now that I have a YouTube channel, I'm buying a little bit more, but like, I try to be very thoughtful when purchasing all of my palettes. No matter what the hype is or anything like that, I try to be very thoughtful on if I actually want it, if I actually like it, if I will actually use it, if it brings value to me. So I think I've curated my collection really well, and I think this kind of shows that. So if you would like to see me do this again, let me know, and I can have my husband pull out another 10, or my best friend, because she lives downstairs, so she can pop up, and like work my way through my collection. So if you'd like to see any more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.